Right, both of them were on us. Both of them were on us. How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical. This is the King's Pit, King's Nation, which has been invaded by these disgusting mechanoids, which I'm not really sure how we're going to deal with, I'll be honest, party people, and I am disappointed in every one of you watch them. The King's Nation sent out a decree to help, okay? And no one answered. I'll be honest, I was hoping one of you guys would be like, oh, this is how you deal with them, really easy. No. Turns out we're just in mega trouble.
Bruh.
I mean, it's a normal king nature. Someone else does the job and whatnot. Yes, we're having tantrums in the meantime. I mean, who expects anything else from a colony of mine? What is the tantrum? Okay. So, this is the base. Like, let's be honest, we are nice and cushy, so at least we have that going for us. Let's go on speed 3 as I go through story time. We are looking at just... we are tanking the negative here and hoping something is going to happen. You know, on this difficulty, we're more likely for something to happen. Can I get a hot damn?
Hot damn!
What am I, people? Call me, what am I?
The Golden God!
Yeah. Right, I just watch the arrows. Watch the arrows. Watch the arrows. Wouldn't it be funny if they like airdropped in here and then set up their siege here? Right, we need them to break the siege anyway, so this is a good... Oh! We end this episode with the mechs dealt with, the siege dealt with, and mortars in our back pocket. Alright, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Don't you dare set up your base over there. Set up like here. Set up here. Please, 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 and all that is Rimworld, set your base up here so the mechs have range on you. Please. Keep going. Keep going. No, don't go down. Okay. Right, what weapons have we got? Right, everyone under attack. What is the range on these? Right, black is in the best mood, but what is your walk speed? 100. So black needs to come and get the bolt action rifle. Let's go speed 3. Let's pause. We've got an idea here. No, we don't need to do anything, party people. If that pikeman is shooting, which it is, we're in business. Come on! I went silent because I was like, we messed up. Because that pikeman will do what I was going to send black up to do. Just need to make sure the pikeman doesn't retreat and keep shooting down. If we shut our base, when the siege breaks, they should go attack the mechs and not me. Need that pikeman to start hitting shots though, because we might have to tank a few mortar hits, which isn't ideal, but beggars can't be choosers in this situation. The pikeman's not hitting at the minute, which is negative. We need the pikemen to actually, like... Here they come! Here come the cavalry! I would probably be... High and wide. I'm fine with it targeting that base. Oh, come on, mechs. The mechs are letting me down here. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit. So then they should break that siege. So then the siege will get broken. There'll be no open doors here. So I'm hoping then the siege, the AI, will then target them because they're then the most accessible enemy. That's the plan. Or that hitting them with mortars and whatnot. Or with tox gas more specifically. So, just wondered if that was going to trigger their AI. It looks like this mortar... Oh, please don't shoot a tox shell at us. But this mortar's going to come in at us, I imagine. I can see them starting to get injured. Can see them starting to get injured. This is good for us. This is good for us. You can see some of their healths going down. But yeah, this mortar is, yeah, clearly... Right, I'm going to remove that area. Just so we don't go near that tox gas. Right, the plan has worked. The plan has worked. Because then if we can get these mortars at the end of this, we're actually going to have a strong episode. Obviously, we're still tanking the mood loss. Here come the mechs all the way down. Full fight. Oh, come on. No, they need to be a little bit closer. Let's go on speed 3. Oh. Another tox. We are going to be tanking a few shots down our end, but it is what it is. Oh, there we go. I can see a lot of these are hard, but both their mortars... No, I think that one's shooting at us, isn't it? Now I can allow this zone. We could come out of here with the episode, with a good episode. Right, both of them were on us. Both of them were on us. Tox gas grenade hit there, but not really going to do much. Who was that? Must be breakdown? Yeah, mental breakdown. Yeah, because they're getting the extreme psychic drone as well, which I didn't think. So we can tank it a little bit easier than them, because at least we've got beds and stuff like that. They're sleeping on the floor, as you can see, ate without a table. They're sweaty, in darkness, although they're not that bothered, but the rest of them will be. Now they've brought the mechs down. There we go. So the AI is broke, which means then they go for the next available enemy, which is the mechanoids. Party people.
I'm proud of you.
We did it. Right, let's go speed 1 as we watch the chaos ensue my map. The only problem here is I'm hoping enough mechs get injured. Because I'm hoping that the humans win. Saying that if the mechs won, though, I don't know. We're just going to have to see how this plays out, but it's utter chaos. I think the humans have got this in the bag. So actually, while we're doing this, let's pause it quickly, and then we can rejoin the action. Near me the king, what we will do is then we'll open our kill box, because then once that threat is dealt with, they'll come into us through our kill box. More than likely, they'll target our wind turbines, because this door is open. Very important, as we saw earlier, to leave doors open. So they can actually target your base and want to come through your kill box. And then we're back to the action, party people. Here, in the King's Pit. Sometimes you make your own luck. Is that 2 mechs remain? Still could be difficult, but out of all the mechs 2 remain, if these are the only 2, like, I am happy with that. So this is an important fight, that's why we're watching it on the old speed 1 of us. Because there's sort of Whoever wins this or loses this sort of determines what we do afterwards. The mechs could actually lose here. Which in hindsight I think we'd prefer, because then the humans would just run through our traps. So, okay, the humans are on full-on retreat. There are 2 mechs left. Both quite injured. So we get 2 mortars out of this. Nice, nice, nice. The mechs, yeah, they've been injured. One's at half. What's that? Needle launcher. So they should just go back to guarding the ship. So we will have to take the fight to them. But we'll just get them both into melee, I think. Are they coming down now? Okay. Let's go to speed 3. Because, yeah, we're midway and moving the... Because we're going to have the garrison there. Or the barracks there, sorry. And then the stockpile in here. And we did have a tox grenade that actually came through here. Provisional colonists. Asking to lend 2 colonists for 12 days. Very tempted to do that for the honour. I'll think about it. Very tempted to do that for the honour as we are going down the royal line. But I think we probably wait until we build this expansion with the throne room and whatnot. Okay, everyone's up. Everyone's in a fairly good mood. We need to move fairly quick. Right, we're just going to have to move very, very careful because I don't want them to particularly have 3 shots. What is the range on that? Really good. Adequate. I need to get them into melee as quickly as possible. I'm just watching their pathing. There we go. So we're going to have to run up to them. Pop the smoke. Kay needs to get into melee. Get you 3 to melee that one. Get them into melee and we lock down their shooting potential. There we go. Or shut down their shooting potential. Black, get out of combat because then we can shoot. So these 3 shoot that one first. There we go. Then these get into combat with that. When Kay gets into melee, then Rhino can come out. We did it, party people. We did it! No one can stop the king. No one. More importantly, what that means is we can get rid of this. So we can get rid of this psychic drone on extreme. Like, let's have a look. Minus 40. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey. Goodbye. Love it. Okay. And then even more importantly, let's claim the mortars. Reinstall. For the time, I'll put them here. I don't know. Yeah, for the time. Are they going to block the wind turbine? Sorry, I had to stop. There's a baby monitor just beeping where it wasn't connected. Anyway. Well, because I don't know if they're going to block a wind turbine, what I'll do is I don't think they would. So what I'll do is I'll move them over here, so if they do, that we won't notice yet, because them ones aren't built. Then we'll deconstruct that for a little bit of cloth. 2 components, some incendiary shells. I mean, it's something, isn't it? Very happy. What a start. What a start. From doom and gloom. And all we do is rely on the chaos that is Randy. And that's why sometimes, party people, or more often than not on this difficulty, it's worth, like, not dealing with something straight away. Not all the time. But more often than not. Like, we hadn't had a human raid for quite a while, so we can sort of... We can get to the point where we're semi-banking on that. And then you look at everyone's moods. We're back. We're back. Some people say we were never gone. I'm just having a look just to see weaponry, although I can't really see too much that's been dropped, in all honesty, apart from like cheeky shotgun. There's a shotgun, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing down there. Weird, unless we've like already hauled some. Couple of pistols, I don't know. Okay. Oh, what a start, party people, what a start. No, I'm hype after that. King's Nation continues. We've got some goats in here. I'm not really too interested in having goats. Chickens and cows are probably going to be my limit. So slaughter them, that will get us more kibble, which will go straight into the food down there, although the foxes will eat the dead bodies. Because they're a bit cruel. Right, and then we can... do you see what I mean? I'm like, I know we've been tanking the mood loss, but it's like it's just free progression that we don't have to worry about. Like, because now it's more time to just grow, get better as a colony. And then what I love about the idea of this base, which may or may not come to fruition, is drop-in attacks. If they drop here, we fight them in the doorway. If they drop here, we fight them in the doorway. If they fight here, we fight them around a corner. Like, there's lots of angles. Because basically what you want to do in a firefight is just not allow them to all just fire at you. Like, enter combat always on your terms. And I find like Rimworld gets semi-easier. At least all the times that I've been backed off into corners. There we go, here comes the mortars. That is really big. Really big, because it means just sieges we don't have to worry. And sieges were going to be a massive problem. It just means we haven't got to worry as much about them. Which is huge. We do need some batteries. So what I will do... We haven't even started... Are we researching them? We're doing carpet. Can we quickly jump into batteries and then we'll go back into carpet? Then can I build that wind turbine? And then, yeah, batteries are really, really important. Because that's the problem where obviously the wind drops, the turbines then go into a lull, and then there's no backup power or anything stored up. Right, is growing and whatnot getting done? It is... That's right, because we rejigged everything, that's right. And Nemi the king, I mean, the king needs to go back to just putting his feet up. Like, all this stuff in the comments. Nemi should do this. Do you think Nemi looks at that and goes, yeah, I should do some work? Do you know what? I think because of everyone's blasphemy in the comments, the party people at home thinking Nemi should do this and Nemi does nothing. Nemi does stuff on his terms. Nemi, the king, puts his feet up. The peasants say I should do this. Just check yourselves, all right? In the comments, we need some respect for Nemi the king. Respectfully, king, I think you should pursue a career in the scholar variety. That's how you present yourself to the king, not, oh, Nemi. You're not his friend. You're not his mum. Well, you literally could be, I suppose. There's bound to be one person that's Nemi's actual mum in the comments. And then, yeah, off with our head, but... Bolt's good trader. We'll give a trade, although we don't really have any coinage. We don't really have a lot, but... they got some camels, which could be a good shout for mule animals. They got some... Are they ducks? They got 2 ducks, but I might actually take their chicken, but it all depends if they actually want to buy anything of mine, because we don't have any coins. Oh, well, I can sell all the levers that we're definitely not going to use. Oh, no, elephant leather we would like. And cloth I keep. So that's 1,000. Oh, they've only got a rooster. Oh, no, they've got a hen. So I'll take their hen, because that's another chicken to add. Ducks I'm not interested in. Cows and chickens we're going for. Could take some food, but I don't think it's worth wasting anything. They do actually have 32 components. So can I take like 10 components? They actually have some stuff. So I'll take 300 odd steel, take 10 components. Right, sell these clothes. That gets us a little bit more money. And then the rest can go into components as far as I'm concerned. There we go. There we go. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. It's actually turned to be one of the best episodes in the colony, especially with what's happening here. I just want this grow zone here, game. Just this grow zone here. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Right. Delete. Reinstall. That. Then the stockpile's going to come in here. One cooler that. One cooler that. Just try and spread the coolers out because we do know that the game likes to target them. I'm hoping 3 will be at 2 will be enough, but we might need 3 just because of the sheer size of this place. We are going to need to start to mine more steel though, which I think is actually queued up. So blight on the rice plants. So I'm gonna, so if I do, then put grow at second. There we go. Because then they'll do all that manually rather than me have to tell them to do it. You just have to be careful if you queue up too many, like, cutting trees, because then they'll prioritise that over growing. And then delete this zone, because then our new stockpile's in here. We will shelf it and all that sort of stuff. Vegetarian. The dyslexia hit me hard there. It just like sucker punched me. I'm not going to try and say it again. It's a lot of people. See, again, I get that he would ring you, beg for safety, but surely if he's begging for safety, he'd be willing to, like... I wish there was like a way you could ask more about him, but then there's a chance that he could just get caught. Because I like the idea that he's obviously in a radio tower somewhere, asking for help and whatnot. And then you can ask him, like, you have like, maybe like 5 chances to ask him a bit more about himself. But each time the risk goes up of him potentially getting caught. Because then you could find out a bit about him. Because let's say I accept this, and then he's a pyromaniac cannibal. Then I wish I never did anything, but then I've still got this big attack to come at me. So, yeah, maybe that's asking a bit too much, but I think that'd be a cool little mechanic. But perhaps not. But yeah, no, we shan't be doing that. Oh, there is more blight on the rice. Let's make sure we deal with that quick. Hoping it gets done automatically. Luckily we just had the harvest, so it's not a massive problem. There we go, that's all dealt with. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so then... Oh, they destroyed our poker table. That's actually... Okay, the next wind turbine's going up. That's really cool. Okay, Rhino. Problem is we got no one on research at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll take... Rhino's going to have to research. Really. Black's never going to do research just because Black's going to be on like full-time cook. So we're going to have Rhino just sitting on it, because my concern is if we don't have Rhino sitting on research, we're going to struggle to get stuff like batteries and that lot up. And while we're in a really good position at the moment, we don't want to then slack on research and stuff to really be able to push the colony on. Because we're in a very good spot at this moment, especially with being able to deal with that extreme droner and the siege all in one take, and we don't really lose, like, all we lost was a poker table, so we don't lose any time. And the more time we have to grow as a colony, the better. My only concern is we're not being able to prioritize hunting like the rhinos and elephants to get better clothing, so we do need to keep that in mind. Because if we can get like the rhino stuff on, the rhino leather, the elephant leather stuff on, we're just going to be so much better armored to be able to take more of a punch, and we do need to take a punch. Because at this moment, just like the one-shot potential of the AI is too great, so it's like any time we have an interaction with them, or, you know, a fight, their KO potential is so much bigger than ours. But as episodes go, if you'd have told me, like, this would be the state of the colony after this episode, I'd have bit your hands off. And not just because the spirit of Perkins lives within me. I just want to see if this cools it. In all honesty, it'll probably need another cooler. Right, the foxes coming in and out of here just isn't working for me. I'll be honest, it does nothing for me. Like, they'll have kibble in here, which they do, so... Lots of eggs are getting produced and stuff, which is always good when you have a look at, like, the animal kill box and you can see food, and the hay grass is still going well. We're getting lots of animals, so it's really quite nice. Right, what stone blocks do we have? Lots of sandstone, lots of marble. Furniture. So do marble shelves give a beauty? I imagine they do. So I'll check sandstone first. 1 beauty. Marble give 2. So let's build a couple of marble shelves. Not because I think they're going to, like, ever make, like, this room beautiful. But the first setup that I would like is shelf, shelf, and this will be for the food. Or, like, the food that has been made. And then I'll go... Because are we leaving the electric stove in here? I feel like we are. There we go, this is frozen, so meals are now finally frozen. Little hot damn.
Hot damn!
We're moving forward, moving forward. Right, there we go, that's getting built. I wondered what that noise was. I was like, I can't see anyone building. I was like, thought I was going insane then, like, which I probably am. Right, this shelf here, critical, clear all, meals. Because then the idea is, this is obviously where they eat it. So if we have the shelves here ready, they wake up, they can grab it, get back as quickly as possible. Like, we're only talking about saving seconds, but if you think of the seconds saved over 10 years of game, like how much then that saves our colony. So is that going to be the reason why our colony thrives or survives? No, but does it help? Maybe. Maybe.
You serious?
Oh. Right, corn's coming in, which at least... Right, structure, furniture. And what I'll do is we've still got some marbles, so what I'll do is I'll set some shelves up here, and this will be the raw food. We'll probably have to readjust all the shelves and whatnot, but just for now, just to be able to just get stuff up, get it a little bit organized, get it all sexy. Like, why dump it in the door? Like, the stockpile's literally there. New lovers, Black Charmed K. Visitors. Obviously, offspring isn't coming into as quick as the colony as like we would like. Now, there's been some rumors in the comments, and I just want to, like, me and Nemi basically had a chat, and there's a rumor that, you know, it's just a silly rumor that our king is inbred, and I just want to put that, you know, firm foot down. This colony is not inbred. The king is not inbred, and rumors about any potential inbreeding will be taken seriously. This is your king you are talking about, and you will talk about your king with respect, please. That will be all. Now, I'm sorry I had to do that, party people. I'm sorry I had to do that, but sometimes it's too much. Okay? Nemi is our king, and we love him. Now, let's just enjoy the rest of the day, okay? The heat wave coming in. Actually work quite nicely with these. We are going to have to get one more cooler. We probably might have to get a couple, sadly. One more will just make sure this room is, like, always chilled. Obviously, it is a big stockpile to cool, which is probably be a bit silly, but I just think having two stockpiles isn't... I can't work out if it's better to have the freezer separate from, like, the main stockpile. Like, because on paper you're like, yeah, of course it would be. But then it's just like, then designing a base around that. Like, I'm not sure how that works. Because every time I've tried to do it, then the base sort of spirals out of control, goes massive. And I mean, I know this base is massive. The manic animals. Oh, hang on, this is something we could do. Already saw low shield pack. 6-man hunting elephants. Could we take on 6-man hunting elephants? While I like to hide behind our walls, I'd like to be able to do this for honor. We need to get the throne room up, really, don't we? We need to get the throne room up. Alright, let's get these shelves up. Because then we can dump the raw food on there. Can I already do the link the settings? I can link all these settings, but I can't actually set the settings. Fair enough. Right, there we go. So pause, clear all, critical, raw food. All raw foods go on that. So we've got a system that has now gone up. So that's nice. And the shelves are a little bit beautiful, so just make sure this room isn't going to be, like, really ugly. Don't look. Don't look. Chunks of spaceship has... Ooh, it's quite a lot. Still got this one over here. We've got loads over here, which is nice. There's no rush to deconstruct them, because they're resources for the future. And again, we're trying to play a little bit more clever game with Randy this series, in which we don't let our colony worth get too out of control early on. The threats that he give us are then a little bit more limited, because then he can't just, you know, lay the smackdown on us. Saying that, we do need some components. So is there any components we can mine nearby? There is. So what I'll do is I'll mine... No one saw that. Sandstone. I need to just back the, a little bit of this up, because I imagine this is going to be very open for sappers to hit, which isn't going to be too bad, because then again we can just stand in here or just burn it out. Lots of hay grass is still going well. I think because every now and then we are getting some meat in, some kibble in. This stockpile over here basically needs getting rid of. Let's make sure over here. Corpses. Yep. There's still stuff in here that needs hauling and whatnot, in all honesty. Field smithy will deconstruct. There's all this cloth here. I'm not in any rush to grab anything from here. I mean, it's not going to deteriorate or anything like that. Let me just make sure that's not getting wood wasted on, because that would be a bit sad. Okay, I wouldn't mind reinstalling that over here. Wooden torture crown. Interesting. There we go. So we got a little bit of system going in our stockpile. I'm sure you're all going to be proud of me, because I'm famous for always using shelves and always making sure my base looks amazing.
Bruh.
And then hopefully there's no more slander in the comments, and maybe the king will come back to us next episode. Yeah, we're going to have to cool this room quite a lot. Well, we'll have batteries next episode, because, I mean, the research is pretty much done. There's not too much more to do here. So we'll have batteries up, which will help with the freezer. And we might have to go to a 2-door system. So one thing that we could do is double wall it and have 2 doors, which will help keep the cold in a little bit better. Obviously, where people are coming in and out of here, it's always going to be a room that's going to be very hard to chill. But trying to brute force it with the coolers, I'm not sure I want to do. 3 coolers should be more than enough. So then maybe if we... Yeah, it's refrigerated technically. And it does hit frozen when everyone is asleep. Which, you know. I mean, it could be worse. Like, we have a very good base. We know where we're, like, going forth in progression, which is nice. We do have some, like... We have a little bit of silver over here, nothing too crazy. But we have more resources over here. Heatwave's over. Didn't even notice it because we're champs. Absolute champs. Yeah, I'd have loved batteries to be completed so we could end the episode with batteries, but all in all, I don't particularly think we can complain at all about how, like, this episode went. Like, food is coming in very consistently. Which is nice. We're on fine meals. We're not getting that -40. No more breakdowns. Everyone's moods are pretty okay. If we look at, like, needs, like, the barracks needs a bit of work, tattered apparel. So the next episode, it's all about making sure everything looks a bit more beautiful. So I could go back to the art bench. So maybe if there's no more slander, the king can come back and do a bit of artwork. Do you know what I mean? He's just high and mighty in his tower now. We'll have to see, party people. We'll have to see. Right. I was really hoping, like, if I hung on. Come on, proper grammar, Tazastical. Like, sort your life out. That batteries would get finished, but I have to admit, it's nice to see the freezer with food. It's nice to see the freezer is actually freezing. I think we probably will double wall it. Because it doesn't need to be this big, surely. I'm not sure. But don't call me Shirley. I know, I'm a hilarious party people. Well, I'm sorry. But it is that time. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.